Hi guys, Dean here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to construct an ellipse. Okay, so this applies, primarily for grade 10s, but there are aspects of ellipses drawn and used in grade 12 make assemblies. We've seen a couple of them, so you will need to know this from grade 10 onwards. So let's get into it. So firstly, the first thing you need are your major axis and your minor axis. Okay, minor axis. Okay, sometimes it will be drawn for you, other times it will be stated here. Sometimes they will give you, for example, major axis, they'll say 120 mils. Minor axis, let's say 72 millimeters. Okay, let's just say 72. So okay, so if it's not given to you, it'll be stated. Okay, and then once it's stated, you can go ahead and draw. So we'll start with a center line in the middle of the page. Okay, if it's not given to you, obviously you must draw it in center line, and then from there we do another center line. Okay, so you've got your major axis, your minor axis. Now, the major is 120, so we have to measure 60 to the left, 60 to the right to make 120. Okay, and then for the minor, it's 72. So obviously 72 divided by 2 quick maths, 36 and 36. Okay, so you measure 36 by 36. Okay, now 2 construction lines. Now listen, your major axis and minor axis might be the other way around. Your rectangular box could be orientated vertically, so you should know depending on how the question is asking it. I'm choosing to draw it horizontally. Okay, major axis, minor axis within a box. Next step, okay, I'm just going to centralize this. Next step is you need to label your points. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the middle as well. So where the center line meets the box, obviously. Let's label that A, B, C, and D, and then let's call this E. Okay, and then from there we obviously find more labels. First things first, you're going to measure with your compass from point E, which is the center, to point A. So you're going to measure that as your radius, and you're going to scribe an arc to the top. Yeah, and you're going to make a dot there and call this, okay, so E, so the next letter would be F. Call that F. Then you're going to draw a line going from A to B in construction. Okay, there we go. From there, take your compass again. You're going to measure, you're going to put your compass on B. Okay, so your compass was on E initially. Now your compass is going to be on B. You're going to measure to F, and you're going to scribe an arc going down to that line that you just drew. Okay, and let's make a dot here, and let's call that's F, so let's call this G. Okay, now I want you to notice this line here. I'm going to just mark it in red. Okay, go ahead and bisect this line. So bisect means take your compass. If this is halfway, roughly, okay, I'm not measuring, measure more than halfway with your compass and strike an arc. Strike an arc. Okay, take the compass that was on G, now place it on A. So I'm using the red line. I'm bisecting the red line, basically. Strike an arc here to intersect that. Strike an arc here. Okay, I just need to go back to G and follow up here. Okay, those two. All right, now draw a line intersecting the two. Draw a line that connects the 2 points of intersection and goes all the way down to intersect this center line as well as that center line. Okay, now this point here is going to be called something, and that point there is going to be called. So the purpose of this line that we drew was to intersect here. Let's call it M1, and to intersect here, let's call it M2. All right, now I want you to take your compass again, put it back on E. Okay, so you place your compass here. I want you to measure to M1, and I want you to scribe an arc so that it goes to the other side of the center line. Okay, and now I want you to label that, make a dot there and label it M3. Now transfer this M2 to the top the same way you transferred M1 to make M3. Transfer this to make M4. Okay, so here place your compass on the center at E, measure to M2, scribe an arc until you get to the top, make a dot, call it M4. Okay, from there I want you to draw a line that goes from M4 through M3 and through M1. Okay, now you have a line going from M2 going through M1. I want you to draw a line going from M2 through M3. Okay, so you've got a triangle this way and a triangle this way. Next step, you're almost done. Now you will get marks for all of this construction. There are more marks for the construction than there are for the actual ellipse. This forms part of construction, so make sure you do this step correctly. Okay, put your compass on M1. Okay, measure to the end of the box, M1 to the end of the box. Okay, and now scribe an arc and stop at where those triangles intersect that arc. That's where you stop. Do the same thing on M3. Put your compass here, start at the end of the box, scribe an arc so that you stop on those triangles. Okay, on the point where those lines meet the arc. Put your compass now, so your compass was on M1, your compass was on M3 to get those two arcs. Put your compass on M2, measure to the top of the box. So we're going within the confines of this box. Compass on M2, measure to B, which is the top of the box, scribe an arc. Yeah, okay. Compass on M4, do the same thing. The measurement should be the same. Adjust it slightly if you need to. Okay, if your accuracy is like mine is not super accurate. Okay, I just gotta edit this point here. And as you can see, we've drawn an ellipse. Finished, done. Thank you for watching.